Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and today I'm at a very special event. It's officially my first Lamborghini event, and it is the exclusive media unveiling of the all-new Lamborghini Temerario. So behind me is the all-new Lamborghini Temerario, and to be honest, it's a bit mind-blowing. There's a lot to take in. This is the successor to the Lamborghini Huracán. It's a brand new car, and I think by far one of the highlights of the car is the powertrain. It is officially a hybrid. It is a plug-in hybrid. But what makes this car extremely special is the engine. It is a 4-liter twin-turbocharged flat-plane crank V8 that revs the whole way up to 10,000 RPM. So not only does it rev the whole way up to 10,000 RPM, it also will accelerate from 0 to 100 in 2.7 seconds, has a total combined power output of 920 horsepower, otherwise known as 677 kilowatts, 740 newton meters of torque as well. So if we look at the front of the car, you'll see it's got quite a clean look. That's because the aerodynamics of the car have kind of been built into function versus form. So there are actually aerodynamic vents within the front lights, the headlights as well. So air will then flow through those lights and exit into the brake ducts to the wheel arch to the rear of the car. And here is the engine. So of course, if you don't know, this is actually a pre-production unit. So unfortunately, we cannot open the engine bay to see it, but we can see a little bit here. There's a little bit of a sneak peek. So we still are able to see the firing order of the car, the engine, obviously. But for me, what's the most mind-blowing thing is the rear of the car. So what's absolutely remarkable for me is the aero at the back of the car. Once again, there are vents everywhere, and you also get an enormous rear diffuser, and the fact that you can actually see the rear tires straight from the rear of the car. There are further air vents for hot air to channel through and out the car over here. There are also further vents down here that of course channel the air through and over the ducktail spoiler of the car as well. So if we take a look at the interior of the car, you have these really nice kind of bucket seats. They are carbon fiber. It is of course covered with leather as well. Then this over here is the passenger display. So the passenger will be able to see certain telemetry such as your speed, your oil levels. I'm sure it'll have a G-force meter and things like that. Okay, so I'm sitting inside the Temerario, and there's actually quite a lot of cabin space. So one thing to note specifically in terms of practicality and just thinking of the customer, this car has quite a lot of cabin space, and I'm not just saying that. I'm 5'7", so I don't have to worry, but for the first time ever, anybody that goes up to 200 centimeters in height can fit in this car comfortably. So what's really nice with the interior of the car, as I said, it's a brand new car. We still have our absolutely iconic fighter jet start engine button. You do have a central display, and another thing that I find quite interesting is this car has 13 different driving modes. There's driving modes for the city, where you can be a bit stealthy and cruise around in electric. There's a sport driving mode, there's Corsa, there's hybrid. There are just so many different driving modes to make this car as usable as a daily, and pretty much making it one of the most functional supercars on the market. So if we take a look at the steering wheel over here, we can access our different EV mode functions. We do have our race mode. And down here, I'm not sure if you can see this, but this is actually drift mode. So the car will assist you in terms of executing and holding a drift. This is of course your lift kit, which will raise and lower the front of the car to make it a bit easier when going over speed bumps. Over here we have our absolutely beautiful display where you are able to change all the different telemetry that is displayed to you, the style and look of the display as well. So this is the look and feel of the car in sport, and then through over to Corsa. Everything goes red, becomes a little bit more aggressive. Now the car isn't on at the moment, but as I said, this is a pre-production unit car. The car does drive and operate on its own steam, but obviously for today's purposes, we aren't allowed to start the car, drive the car, move the car, things like that. But very interesting. I love this car. I still can't wait to hear what it sounds like, especially with that engine revving up the whole way to 10,000 RPM. Thank you very much to Lamborghini and Lamborghini South Africa for inviting me to be one of the people to see this car. I'm one of the first people in the country to see this car up close and in the flesh, and to actually sit in it. And it's very, very special. It feels like a little bit of a dream come true. I never once thought as a child that I'd be at one of these events, and Lamborghini has always just had such a special place in my heart. So thank you. So guys, another thing I almost forgot to mention, this car is of course a hybrid. There are 3 electric motors, one positioned and each of the front wheels, meaning that it's also 4-wheel drive and is now able to do electrical torque vectoring. The third electric motor is positioned within the transmission itself. So Lamborghini have managed to create a torque curve that pretty much is exactly the same as that of a naturally aspirated car, meaning that when you put your foot down, the electrical motors will assist where there is turbo lag and then pretty much eliminate that. And the car does have a top speed of 343 kilometers an hour. Guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and also hit that notifications button if you do want to stay up to date with everything that I post. I share videos weekly as well as shorts almost every single day.